What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Brandon Lester Fishing. We're back out here chasing these late summer crappie. Just getting back in the swing of things. Have not been to this lake in quite a while crappie fishing, so y'all will be learning just like I am. I'm gonna get out here. We got a big front coming in. We got a little bit of wind right now. It's actually fairly windy. So I'm gonna run around, try to find somewhere out of the wind so the audio will be good for the video, and we're gonna try to catch us some good crappie. So y'all stay tuned. They should be on brush piles pretty good, and hopefully they'll be biting with this front coming in. So stay tuned. Let's go catch a few. There we go. That's crappie too. A nice crappie. I'm having to run from this wind because I got a big front coming in. The wind is howling, so I'm trying to kind of run from the wind and find a place where I think the audio will be decent for the video. We found us a new school right here, and that's a good fish. Let's put him in here. Definitely one of them days where you got to stick with it, but bunch of fish here. We should be able to get the job done anyway. I'll show y'all my setup here in a minute. Right now I'm trying to get back in there and kind of keep them fish going while they're biting a little bit. Get it, boy, get it. There he is. Thump. That's another nice crappie, big black nose. Well, these are some good ones right here. That is a slab right there now. Come on over here, big boy. Come on over here. I hadn't put my net in here yet, so we'll have to just grab him like a bass. That's all right, we got him. Y'all look at that. That's a pretty one right there now. Black nose. A little over 12 inches probably. Don't take many of them. I don't really feel like I've got the color dialed in. I'm throwing the same color as I was in the last video. That color is called Millie. Little trout magnet. It's a natural color. I got a little bit of chartreuse right on the tail of it, which is a real good little trick if you've never done that before, but maybe they're starting to bite it a little better. It's kind of cloudy out here and kind of dark, and to be honest with you, I feel like they're kind of having trouble seeing that bait. That one got it. That's a good one there. That's what we're looking for. Come here, boy. He was sitting out off the side of that brush pile. I could tell when he saw that bait, his demeanor changed. He immediately started coming for it, and he was coming quick. When you see one coming quick for your bait like that, don't stop. Just keep doing what you're doing. That is 2, 4, 6 good slabs already. I need to quit slamming that lid. We got something right here by the boat to eat it, but I think it's going to be a yellow bass. Yep. Once you do this enough and fish for enough schools, you'll be able to tell the difference by looking at them on your forward facing between what crappie look like and what yellow bass look like. Yellow bass just move a lot faster than crappie. They act real erratic and real crazy. Let's see what we got here. This might be the right kind here. Yeah, that's another good crappie. I caught a yellow bass, 2 yellow bass, and then a bluegill, and another crappie. All sit together, especially during the summertime like this. Late summer, I would say, is what we're in right now. Number 7. Some good quality fish too. Let's see what this is. Look like a big fish on active target. It may be something besides a bass. That may be a catfish. Could be a bass also. I ain't real sure. I don't think it's a crappie. If it's crappie, it's a great old big one. Pretty sure it ain't no crappie. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say it's a channel cat. Yep. And I was right. That's 4 or 5 different species out of this one brush pile. That's crazy. Just a little bit of everything down there. Look there. Pretty little channel cat. Everything bites the trout magnet. I have caught all kinds of stuff on that little bait. Smallmouth, largemouth, crappie, catfish, drum. Pretty channel cat. He'd probably be good to eat, but why would you eat catfish when you got crappie in the cooler, you know? Y'all may love catfish. I'm not a real big catfish guy myself. All right, I had a question on my last video how I tie my leader on my 7-pound vicious panfish braid. So right here I've got, this is actually 6-pound. I've got some 6-pound vicious fluorocarbon. I'm just gonna, about 6 foot of leader line off of that spool. It's about what I want, okay? Now, I'm gonna tie a double uni knot. This is super easy. Sometimes I tie a FG knot. Someday I'll show you guys how to do that. It's a lot more complicated, but it is a better knot. But a double uni knot is super easy. So I have the fluorocarbon in my right hand. I've got the braid in my left hand. I'm just gonna lay them parallel to each other. One going one direction, one going the other. I've got, so the fluorocarbon is going that way, the braid going this way, okay? Just like that right there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start on the braid side, and I'm going to make a loop right there, just like that, go right over the top of both lines. Y'all see that? Now I'm just going to wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? Pull that tag end and just pull it down snug. Don't pull it down real tight, just pull it down snug. Right there's what you're gonna have, okay? Now, come over here on the fluorocarbon side, do the same thing. Make a loop, go over the top of both lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go 7 wraps on both sides. Now, pull the fluorocarbon down, just snug, not real tight, just snug. So now you have a knot here, uni knot, and a uni knot here. That's why it's called a uni to uni knot. Now what's going to happen when I pull both lines, you see those going together right there? Both of those are going to meet up together, just like that. See, I just pulled those two lines, so you got the fluorocarbon sitting on one side, the braid sitting on the other side, and those knots are just tied together, just like that. Super simple, super easy. I can tie one in probably less than a minute when I really need to. Like I said, I think the FG knot is a little bit better. It goes through the guides easier, but that double uni is a really good knot. There we go. I think that's going to be a crappie. Yep, a good one too. There's some good crappie here, man. They just mixed in with everything else. You just got to be patient. Deal with all the rest of that stuff. And you can get them. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Especially not for a late summer crappie. Them are all dandy fish right there. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at right here. It's gonna be hard for me to really explain the difference in all the different fish, but I'm gonna try my very best. Here's a brush pile right in here, okay? And you can see just there's fish all in there from top to bottom. But you'll notice, all right, look at all these little small dots sitting up high in a water column. That's going to be your bluegill, your yellow bass, stuff like that. Those bigger dots that you see sitting down closer to the bottom and tighter to the brush, like that, these right in here, that's going to be your crappie. So those are the fish that you're going to want to try to get your bait in front of. All that stuff that sets up in the top of that brush pile is typically not what you're after. You want those bigger dots that are sitting, for the most part, still. Crappie, the biggest thing when you're looking at your forward facing unit trying to figure out the differences in crappie and other fish, for the most part, crappie sit pretty still. They don't move around a whole lot. Here's another good crappie right here. Crappie will move. I'm not saying they won't, but for the most part, crappie sit a lot more still than all that other little stuff. So, and I mean, obviously they're a bigger fish than a yellow bass or a bluegill, so they'll make a bigger dot also. And that just, don't expect to go buy a Lowrance Active Target or a Live Scope unit, whichever one you have, and expect to be able to tell all this stuff in a couple days. Because, I mean, what, I don't know, 4 or 5 years in now of fishing with this thing quite a lot, and I'm still learning every time I go. And everybody I know that's using one of these units is still learning every time they go. So, you know, it's just going to come with hours of experience, knowing what you're looking at. And another thing I'll say too, every lake is a little bit different. So, you know, just because the fish set up one particular way on my lake, that doesn't mean that's how they set up on your lake. There's crappie. There was about 2 or 3 of them chasing it out that time, and I just kept it coming. He got it. He's pulling drag. That's a good one. I'll tell you what, the average size of these fish is really good. Get up in here, baby. Yes, sir. Pretty fish. I'm getting these on a chartreuse and blue trout magnet. I told y'all I was going to play around with some different colors. I tried that unicorn color, the pink and purple. They didn't much care for it. So I put this chartreuse and blue color on there, and they're reacting to it pretty good. I'll take y'all through the whole setup. That's a little bitty 1/64 jig head. Got a little small hook in it. You want to match the hook and the jig head to the jig you're using. That's a chartreuse and blue trout magnet. Right now, because it's windy today, I've got a number 5 split shot and a little bitty BB shot on the line, just to get it down there and so I can keep up with the bait. Today I'm using the 6.6 Mustad detector rod, 7-pound vicious panfish braid. Something really cool about this vicious panfish braid, as of about 2 months ago, all vicious braid is 100% American made, so that's really cool. I'm sure you guys are like me. I like supporting American made companies, and Vicious is a dang good company. They've been with me my entire bass fishing career, pretty much 12 years now. So really good company. Y'all check them out. 7-pound Vicious panfish braid, and I've got about a 6-foot leader, 4-pound 100% fluorocarbon leader, and it's just tied with a double uni knot. Real simple.